So for yesterday's video, I made these ottomans. I made a mistake though because I wanted the 3/4 inch plywood to sit on the inside of these guys. And what I've done is I've just recessed these bits in. I'm gonna show you how I'm doing that. I didn't film me making these boxes, but basically I cut the bottom parts and I put the bottoms on. So now we've got 3 ottomans with bases. When I cut the bottoms, I didn't get them perfect. And there's little holes like this in here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trim out the bottoms. I'm just cutting tiny little strips of this mahogany that we have left over. And then I'm just gonna glue it in like that. Okay, so today I'm gonna use this stuff. It's called Envirotex Light. So I mix this guy and this guy. I'm gonna use these coffee mugs. I cut the rim off of them so that I can stir. They're pretty clean on the inside, flat bottom, flat wall. After I pour it on, I'm just going to use some basic foam brushes to brush it around. I've got some stir sticks, nitrile gloves, just some extra tape and paper towels. This is another one of those projects that I've never done before, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It says to mix for 2 solid minutes, so I set a timer on my phone. Once it goes off, then I'll pour. All right, that's 2 minutes. Here we go. Oh, well, that was a whole lot messier than what I expected, but I ended up using about half as much as I thought that I would need, which is kind of crazy. It's like they tell you that you need way more on the instructions than you actually need. I used a 32-ounce kit and a 4-ounce kit, so I used 36 ounces and I was able to do all 18 square feet, which is funny. Anyways, this stuff is supposed to cure for 4 to 7 hours at 70 degrees. And it says about 70 right now, but the sun's going down. It needs to stay warmer in here, so I'm gonna turn the furnace on and I'm just gonna let it sit. I'll probably come back in an hour or two, see where it's at, and then take the tape away. It's been a few hours, and man, it looks good. I took all the cardboard out because it's kind of dry enough to where it's not really leaking. I still got a few drops on there, but if I just clean up the little drops with methylated spirits, it just cleans right up. and it's looking good. The heater's working great. It's using the solar power to run the fan that keeps the furnace warm. Let's see, it's really cold outside, but it's 70 degrees in here, so everything is turning out great. I'm gonna clean up a little bit more and give it another hour to cure before I remove all the tape. I'm still getting little drops on the floor, so I just gotta keep coming up here and making sure I clean everything up. Whoa, I'm like surprised with how cool this thing looks. Sure, there's some screw ups, bubbles, weird taped parts, but when you look at the overall, I mean, it's like this gorgeous glassy hardwood that's just stained super rich in depth. I'm really impressed with this stuff. Big thank you to Connor for giving me the heads up on using this stuff. It was his idea, and it turned out great. It's 11:30 and I'm very tired and very hungry, and I'm also very stoked. This thing is complete. It's gonna dry for 2 days. So in 2 days I'll be able to put the stove back in and put the water in, and then I'll be ready to go. I'm not gonna do any construction in here tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be all finishing up the ottomans. I'm gonna sand them down. I'm gonna build the lids for them. I'm gonna build the top for here. I'm gonna cut the piece. I'm not gonna do anything to get dust onto here, so this room is just gonna stay. The windows are gonna stay closed. The temperature is gonna stay on. It's gonna stay at 70 degrees the whole time. And then this thing's gonna be totally cured, and it's gonna be, I'm just really stoked on how it turned out. It took so much work, and I almost gave up a few times and made it simpler, but now I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you for watching, and thank you for the nice comments. I really, it's helping me out a lot right now. Thank you.